I think this was very important for us to bring out to the public that this hotel, where we have stayed since 2018, we have not started staying here. We have qualified to the big competitions right from this hotel. There are other things like the amenities. We are talking about a hotel which has its own gym, also customized for football. Not every gym you see is specifically customized for football because the exercises are different. A football hotel is customized. It's not a general hotel where you want and whatever you want. You might see flamboyant hotels in the way they are designed, but for a footballer to be in a condition to give you the best, the hotel must be customized. And what do I mean by customized? One of the first things you need is exclusivity, because players are supposed to be taken away from the public. Now, when you look at the hotels we have that people are talking about, as a federation, we cannot exclude the general public from accessing these hotels. And yet what you want to achieve is exclusivity. Guys, we are talking about young men who since the 21st of June, and we are talking about 2 months, have been confined in one area. They are human beings. They also have a life to live. So you cannot just expose them and put them in a hotel where you are not in control. They also love women. They also would want to drink. They would also want to live a life like everybody else. And this is human. But how can we achieve it? All national teams, when they are at home for such events, the first thing they go for is exclusivity. And we want to be judged by results. The team has been in exclusivity, away from interference from the general public. We used to stay in different hotels before, and we have learned from experience. Ugandans may not understand why we were always coming close and sometimes not qualifying. We used to stay in other hotels. There are so many things that would take place behind the scenes. We had situations where opponents of our teams would come and book into our hotels, and we would sleep with them in the same hotel. You don't know what they do. We are talking about a sports hotel that needs a kitchen that is customized. Now, we are not going to be in control in these hotels of the kitchen. This kitchen is serving the whole public. Now, in the modern game, you cannot know what can be done. It has even been done in the top leagues in Europe, where food is tampered with. Now, this exclusivity gives us a way of preparing our own food, our own way, and even what type of food we want. We have players who are interested in certain kinds of menu, certain kinds of dishes that you are not going to ask any hotel to prepare. But once we are here, it's purely customized, whether you want atapa, whether you want marakwang, it will be prepared for you because this hotel has been customized 24/7 for football. There are other things like the amenities. We are talking about a hotel which has its own gym, also customized for football. Not every gym you see is specifically customized for football because the exercises are different. We have the swimming pool with us. Now, you cannot just go to any hotel and use the swimming pool the way you want. These players have a process of how they recover. For example, there are times when we want a swimming pool which has been iced. So it must be of a certain size for you to be able to cool it. Because if it's too big, probably it was designed for something else. Now, in this hotel, all of these things have been customized specifically for a football team. When you look around this hotel, we have a tactical room where we are seated right now. This is called a tactical room. A tactical room is a room where you see where the players, the demonstrations are done, how the players are going to stand, right from how the goalkeeper is. These formations you see on the pitch are actually first set out in the tactical rooms like where we are seated right now. Now, these amenities you may not get. things to do with a medical room where players are treated and dealt with in accordance to what football is. As we speak right now, this facility, we are also developing the outdoor arena. And if you look through the windows, there's a pitch which is being developed so that this hotel, you can even be able to do a night light training on lights. And this is within the hotel. We have also heard some of the commentators saying the bus does not get to the hotel. Now, as the media, you hear the bus is here in the premises of the hotel. So I think this was very important for us to bring out to the public that this hotel, where we have stayed since 2018, we have not started staying here. We have qualified to the big competitions right from this hotel. Actually, what we have done throughout the process is that this particular property is a property which the Federation has leased. And what we are supposed to be paying is what we have been using to develop this place and build and improve it to what it looks like. If you remember, if some of you remember during COVID-19, where exclusivity was even more important, this is the hotel where the team was staying. And we were able to be going for our competitions right from here. And also one of the things we do is that this hotel accommodates 10 national football teams. It's not only the Uganda Cranes. So when we are talking about it, let us not talk about it in exclusivity. To clubs, to other national teams of other sports disciplines, or even clubs of other sports disciplines, as long as it is available. The only challenge we have is that many times we have national teams in camp. Many times. But when we do not have teams in camp, we have been cooperating, by the way, with so many federations. Our facilities in Injeru, our facilities, including the bus itself, we have used our bus to transport other national teams out of the country to go and compete. We collaborate with other federations, and indeed, we would not have a problem that any team that wants to camp here is able to camp. Hotel is procured during this competition by CAF. CAF goes around, looks at hotels, and asks us. And we were asked as a federation, and indeed, we said we are comfortable to stay in this hotel. But that is not enough. CAF has to come and look at the amenities and approve. And this hotel was approved by CAF. So when you commentate and say, according to the standards of the competition, who is more authoritative? Is it you, the commentator, or CAF? If CAF has come up and looked at this hotel and approved it, then who are you? What level of authority do you have? Because the authority of standards of CHAN is CAF. And CAF has organized this competition in very many different countries. This is not the first place they have been to. And they understand why they must always ask for this preference, because that's how it is done in many countries that they have been to. So I want to inform Ugandans that as far as we are concerned, this hotel has everything we would not get anywhere in any of the hotels in Uganda. Talk about whatever kind of different hotels, they will not give you as customized an environment, as exclusive an environment as ours. And remember, this hotel is open to national team players even when the team is not in camp. We are talking about players who have come here, stayed for weeks when they're in recovery. There are some of players we see there who have been on recovery from operations. They come stay in, they work in the gym, they work in the hydrotherapy of the swimming pool, because it is a national team home. So we would like to inform Ugandans that the most important part now is not diversions, is not riding on the football brand. As we speak today, the news around Uganda is CHAN. The news around Uganda is Uganda Cranes. But you will see very many commentators, some of them politicians, looking for votes. Amasanyalaza Abagalina is now Uganda Cranes. So you will ride on it for you to be able to be seen. But this is a brand that people have been working for over years. We are talking about a future of very many other aspiring Ugandans. But when people become selfish for their political interests, for their own interests, and make sure that They want to use this as a diversion. The players are so focused. They know what they are doing. They are happy with where they are staying. Because we have stayed in hotels before. We have stayed in different hotels before. We know how much we would pay there. We know the distractions we got there. So right now, the team is settled. Let us concentrate on football. Our longer-term plan, if you look at the other national teams that do well in Africa, they have their own team hotels. It's a new trend that has come. Rwanda has built a team hotel. Morocco has the Mohammed VI technical center where the team stays. It is a new thing that teams have picked up. And these are trends that if we bring Chan here, we want Ugandans to benefit from it by learning more about football. We have not been hosting such competitions. So definitely so many people don't know so many things. And let us not just take advantage, let us learn from them. Our longer-term plan is developing the FUFA stadium at Kadiba, which is undergoing development as we speak. It has a 4-story building, which has accommodation, which has all the amenities that we are talking about to be at this hotel. Eventually, that will be the home of the national team. But that is a long-term process. Right now, we have competitions we are undertaking, and we cannot stop doing that. I would also like to inform Ugandans that there is nobody making financial benefit from staying here. Because like I said, these premises are leased and they are operated by FUFA 100%. And whatever revenue we would have paid elsewhere to keep the team in camp, they are recycled into improving this facility. So we believe that this will make the facility more useful and even more conducive. So there is no benefit at all for any individual. In any case, I can tell you that there were different rates that were paid for hotels. Elsewhere, the rates were different. But this is one of the hotels where CAF paid the least $120 per head per full board. And if you look at it, in any hotel, this is not a business that is benefiting anybody, because eventually we are saying whatever is obtained is recycled into making the facility better. As you can see, there are works which are still going on. But this is our home. We are going to use it for the national teams going forward, for all of the other national teams, because we have the under-20 girls. They are also going to enter camp. They are coming here. We actually have 2 international matches per month throughout the year. And teams stay in this hotel. If you want to transfer that and take it to the hotels we are talking about, it would not be cost effective. But at the moment, it is cost effective and it is answering for us. I want to conclude by saying that this location we are talking about, Chisasi, is in the city center. It is part of Kampala city. It's not somewhere out of the city. And as a federation, our responsibility stops at the hotel. What goes on beyond the hotel is not our responsibility. We would like to call upon the authorities, KCCA, to improve on the road network. That cannot be our responsibility as the federation. But we have been engaged with the authorities at KCCA. They have been here. And as you can see, even the road networks, they are working on the roads. We are in a country that is actually developing. Let us not assume like we're in a country that has already developed. The truth is, even when you are coming to this hotel, you can see that KCC is working on the roads. When we went to Kadiba, those who remember, the roads were terrible. We worked with KCC, we worked with His Excellency the President, who gave a directive, and the roads to Kadiba are all paved and tarmac. Now, it is also possible, the call should be that if this is the center we are using, can we have the roads around paved? Because there is a phase of paving roads in Kampala. And if that phase is going on, can we have these roads that are coming, some of these matters that are concerning the whole country, also worked on? And I think the residents of this area will benefit, much as the hotel also will benefit, much as the football fan in Igulu will also benefit that the team goes through proper roads up to where they stay. So I want to call upon Ugandans that these are distractions that are championed by individuals whose objectives are about Uganda not succeeding. Let us not get these distractions. Let us concentrate on our next opponent, and that is Senegal. How do we go to the stadium? How do we prepare a team? Because the guys are doing well. The boys are doing well. Right now, what they want to see is love, is support. But these distractions of trying to feel sorry for them, and the boys are okay, for them the objective is simple, they want to do very well. So I want to end my submission by saying, fellow Ugandans, let us support the boys. All they need right now is our love. All they need right now is our support to fill the stadium. All they need right now is to show them that they are doing this for all of us. It is the most important bit right now. But these distractions, self-destructions by people who are self-seeking, definitely they do not add any value at the moment. I want to end my submission. And if there are any particular questions, we'll definitely be able to respond. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.